This book sold for over $400 on Amazon FBA. I bought it on eBay using a software called Flipmine. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I bought this book, as well as 4 other books that sold for over $100 on Amazon FBA. Before we get into that though, the 200 subscriber giveaway is Spencer Burke. So Spencer, send me a DM and we'll set up a one-on-one 1-hour coaching call. I also have some exciting news. I'm going to be launching a Discord called Joji's Book Flippers. The link's going to be down in the description. It's absolutely free. And this is really just a networking tool for you. It's also a place to help you learn a little bit more about how to sell books in Amazon FBA, OA book leads and tips, some book selling FAQs, live sourcing, networking, Amazon news updates. If that sounds interesting to you, then join in the link below. Okay, so here's the book that sold for $400. I bought this on eBay using a software called Flipmine, and I have a video on my channel. I'll go ahead and show it up here. These are the filters that I use to find this book, so if you want to use the same filters, go ahead and do that. But just to give you a quick rundown with how Flipmine works, you input certain parameters, and those parameters are going to find books on eBay that could potentially be profitable if you were to sell them on Amazon. And you can see that using my criteria or by using my rules, that Flipmine has come up with a number of eBay listings that could potentially be profitable if we flip them on Amazon. And so this is called Flipmine for a reason, because there's definitely a lot of digging here. Not every book that you see is going to be profitable, but the point is there's a lot of opportunity for finding mispriced books that you can take advantage of and make money on. I do have an affiliate link below, so if you do decide to sign up for Flipmine, it would help out the channel. Purchased this on eBay for $99.63, and I sold it for $399. So here's the proof that that did happen. See, the purchase price is $99.63. I bought it from Books Run, actually. And then you can see that on my managed orders page, I actually sold it for $369 about a month ago. The sale was actually canceled, went back into inventory, and then ended up selling for $399. So you can see that the payment is complete there. Let's go and take a look at the listing to figure out why would I pay $99 for this book. Okay, so I bought this book back in June, and this was the data that I was looking at that time. So I was actually looking right about here. What intrigued me most was that the book had sold for $449, and then it sold here for $596. And also what was interesting was that when this book was listed for $596, it dropped to $100, and within a day, someone bought it for $100. So I thought that was pretty interesting to me. At this time, the used offer count was also still quite low. So I actually bought it right here. So the used offer count was still quite low. And if I go back further in history, we had a sell for $199, and then a couple of sells for $180, and it looks like a sale for $129 and $111. So I thought that at $99, with the fact that there's a very low offer count and this seems to be like a collectible book, that I think I'm definitely not going to lose money. Like worst case scenario, I'm probably going to sell it and make my money back. Now, I didn't expect to sell for $400. I thought that I'd probably try to sell for like $250, but I guess I had my upper bound of my repricer set at $399, and I guess I was able to win the buy box of that, so I guess someone ended up buying it for that. And actually right now you can see that the buy box is $449. And like I said, there's precedence of this book selling for more than that. Like I said, there's a sell here for $449 and a sell for $596. Since I sold my book, you can see that there's been a number of sales for $369. So it looks like this book is only just getting more popular. It's selling more frequently for a pretty substantial amount of money. Okay, the next book I bought on Flipmine is Microdosing Psychedelics. I bought this for $30.42, and it sold for $149.99. So let's go and take a look at why I bought this book. Okay, so I bought this book back in May, and what you can see is that in May, there are 3 sales rank drops. One for it looks like $82, another one for $169, and another one for $149. And if we look a little bit further back in history, there are a number of sales for well above what I bought the book for. So I felt that at the price that I could buy the book for, it was definitely undervalued. Also, the used offer count wasn't super high. Like at max, it was 3. So I felt like that this was a good pickup. Ended up selling on 11/16 for a total of $149.99. Now, one thing that is kind of risky, or could have been risky, about buying this book is not only is this book not sell a ton, but if you look back into early 2019 and 2018, you can see that Amazon was actually on the listing brand new for $13.99. So sometimes you'll notice that when Amazon goes out of stock, the price of books skyrockets. It goes up a lot because there's still a lot of demand. But just remember, you still do risk the chance of Amazon coming back on the listing. And if, let's say, Amazon did come back on the listing, then I definitely would have lost money. But like I said, I felt comfortable enough that Amazon was out of stock, for the last 3 years. Probably they're not coming back on stock. Saw some good sales rank drops at, a price that was triple the amount that I bought it for, and I was able to end up selling it for $149.99. Okay, the next book is actually an interesting one because it's actually a replen. So this is The Elements of Electromagnetics. I purchased it for $27.64 on eBay. So you can see the $27.64 there. And ended up selling this on Amazon for a total of $139.99 4 days ago on 11/14. Now, what you'll notice is that this book also sold 2 other times, once at 85 and another time at 118. Okay, so the first book that I bought was actually from eBay, but the other 2 times I bought this book was actually just on Amazon. So you can actually see that I started tracking this book back in March when I came across it on eBay. And then what you see is that my tracker at $25 was triggered because the price of this book went below 25. Looks like it got to $24.65. That sent me an email, and I believe that's when I purchased 2 copies. And again, I was able to sell not only the book that I bought on eBay, but also the 2 books that I bought on Amazon as well. And again, the reason why I bought this book was the fact that there were a number of sales rank drops where the used price was over $100. That gave me confidence that buying this book for about $30 is significantly undervalued enough that I think I can flip the book and make some decent money on. Okay, the 4th book that I bought was called Normandy, and I purchased this for $40 on eBay. So you can see that if we go over to eBay, $40 was the purchase price back here on June 12th. I sold this book for $175 2 weeks ago on 11/4. And the reason why I bought this book is just simply due to the fact that the book was completely undervalued. Like, when I bought this book back on June 24th, you can see that for the past 6 months, 7 months of data, the price of this book never was below like $90. And there have been a number of sales rank drops, which indicates the book has sold. So for me, if I can pick this book up for $40 and it's historically selling consistently for 90 plus, I can definitely make money just by selling it for what its actual historical value is. And then on top of that, there is a little bit of the prime bump that usually you can count on. I wouldn't use it to solely base my my business model off of trying to get the prime bump, but usually you can rely on a little bit of a prime bump. So like I said, I was able to sell mine for a little bit more than that $90, and you can actually see that right now the buy box is $147. Okay, and the final book that we're going to talk about is Clinical Documentation Improvement. So I bought this on eBay for a total of $35.95. You can see that's the order total here. And I was able to sell this book on Amazon for $115, and I sold this on 11/9, which was 1 week ago. So let's figure out why I would spend $35 for this book. So one thing that you do notice is that if we go far enough back in time, Amazon was on the listing. They're selling it for $89.95. Sales rank is great on this book. It's selling all the time. The lowest used offer price is, about $45 at the lowest. I guess it actually dips down to $30 here. But for a good portion of 2021, it's pretty healthy. It's usually around like $50, $60 plus. But then Amazon went out of stock. And again, generally, if there's a book that is very sought after and has a lot of demand and Amazon goes out of stock, usually the price of that book is going to rise. And here you saw that the book, the used price got all the way up to about 90. It, periodically, very short period of times, even jumped as high as $200, went as high as $170 there. And of course, there are some new offers in there around $80 to $100. But basically, I felt that buying this book for $35, considering that Amazon was out of stock, was a good deal. It was undervalued. The book sells pretty frequently. I thought that I can flip it for some good money. And to be honest with you, even if Amazon did come back on the listing, buying this for $35, while obviously it would not be ideal, the fact that the price of this book was still, on the lower end, only about $40, and on the higher end, about $50, $60, made me feel that if Amazon came back on the listing, I'd still be able to sell it and maybe not make profit, but definitely get most of my money, if not all my money back, or maybe even make a little bit of profit. All right, everybody, that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you do want to join a Discord community of like-minded individuals and learn how to source books online, on eBay and Amazon and all these other marketplaces, then join Joji's Book Flippers.